Before we dive in, I want to share a little context behind what you're about to hear. Like many of you, I've been deeply unsettled by the recent economic headlines. Rising costs, tense trade relationships, uncertainty hanging over our future like a thundercloud. But honestly, what's been just as disheartening, maybe even more so, is the tone of the conversation around all of it. I'm tired. Not of the complexity. We can handle complexity. I'm tired of the ugliness, the way we talk to each other, the way every disagreement turns into a personal attack, the way people go viral for dunking on someone instead of just trying to understand them. Somewhere along the way, we replace discussion with demolition. And in that mess, the actual message, the nuance, the reasoning, the humanity gets completely lost. So I decided to do something kind of different. I took a hard look at the Trump administration's tariff strategy, not through a partisan lens, but through a leadership lens. I wanted to understand what they're really trying to solve, what's at stake, and why this direction, however controversial, is being pursued. Then I put myself in the shoes of a president, not a politician, not a pundit, but a leader responsible for explaining a painful but strategic decision to 330 million people. I didn't want to rant. I didn't want to score points. I wanted to communicate kindly, honestly, empathetically. As a CEO, I've had to do this before. I've had to deliver tough news and ask people to hang in there when the path forward wasn't glamorous or easy. And I've learned this. People can handle hard truths. What they can't handle is being talked down to, gaslit, or ignored. So what follows is not an endorsement. It's not a soundbite war. It's a thought experiment, a reframing, a reset. This is the speech I would give to the American people if I were president, explaining tariffs, sacrifice, and the long game in a way that treats people with the dignity they deserve. My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak to you with complete honesty. No spin, no slogans, no political theater. Just one American talking to 330 million others about where we are, where we're going, and why the path we've chosen is so difficult, but necessary. You've probably heard a lot about tariffs lately. You've felt the ripple effects, prices shifting, businesses adjusting, headlines blaring. And you may be asking, why are we doing this? Is this worth it? Why now? Tonight I want to tell you why. For decades, America built a global economy that prioritized short-term cost savings over long-term strength. We outsourced our manufacturing, our supply chains, even our economic resilience because it was cheaper. And yes, in some cases, that strategy delivered lower prices and corporate profits. But it also made us dependent. It made us fragile. It made us exposed. So today, we're taking decisive action. We've implemented a series of targeted tariffs designed to rebalance trade, protect vital domestic industries, and re-anchor critical manufacturing right here at home. This isn't about nationalism or economic isolation. It's actually about security. It's about jobs. It's about making sure America can take care of its people without relying on unstable supply chains or adversarial governments. Let me be clear. This will not be painless. We're already seeing higher prices in some areas, and I know what that feels like. I know the stress of walking into a grocery store and wondering why everything in your cart suddenly costs $30 more than it did last month. I know the quiet anxiety of filling your tank and thinking about what you'll have to cut from your weekend plans just to make the numbers work. And for those of you nearing retirement, or even decades into a long, disciplined savings journey, I know how demoralizing it is to open a 401k statement and feel that jolt of fear. You've contributed for years. You've done everything right. Then you see a drop. On paper, it feels like your future is slipping through your fingers. That's not just numbers, that's your trust. That's your effort. That's your sense of progress and security. I want you to know I see it. I get it. And I wouldn't be asking you to endure this if I didn't believe it was necessary to build a stronger, more independent America on the other side. I expect this period of adjustment, this economic discomfort, to last between 18 to 24 months. That's how long I believe it will take before we start to see the benefits emerge. More resilient supply chains, rebounding markets, and domestic industries coming back to life. And yes, the critics have valid concerns. Some worry that tariffs will backfire, that they'll slow or invite retaliation, that we might overcorrect. These are not bad faith arguments. They're thoughtful, and I respect them. But here's what I also know. The cost of not acting is far worse. If we continue on the current path, if we prioritize convenience over self-reliance, we will lose something far more valuable than short-term comfort. We will lose control over our economic future. We'll be the nation that can't build the chips it needs for its cars, the country that can't produce its own antibiotics, the economy that's held hostage by the political storms of other nations, while our shelves sit empty and our workers sit idle. This is not an exaggeration. This isn't fear-mongering. It's the logical endpoint of decades of offshoring and short-term thinking. But here's what I believe. Americans are not afraid of hard things. We just want to be told the truth about what we're facing and what it's going to take to get through it. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm asking you right now to hold steady, to understand that temporary sacrifice is the price of lasting strength. I'm asking you to keep investing, not just financially, but emotionally in the idea that we can build again and that we will. Because this isn't about tariffs. It's about trust. It's about the belief that America can still make things, still stand on its own, still chart its own economic destiny without waiting on clearance from a port halfway across the globe. So no, this won't be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. We are not dismantling the economy. We're rebuilding it, slowly, deliberately, and with the full weight of our values behind it. And when we get to the other side, we will not only have more jobs and stronger industries, we will have restored something even more important, our confidence. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. So if I were President Trump and believed what he believes, that's how I would have communicated it to the rest of us. I'm going to continue to try to look at things I disagree with and truly try to understand the perspective that is being shared. My hope is we can all do that together. I don't want to win an argument. I want us to all get to a better collective place. Thank you for listening to this very special Storytime with Pete. We'll see you next time.